Howdy, hi, and hello. Welcome to
another
C
episode
and
of
C
C
Talk.
and C Talk. I'm gonna make it as long as possible.
That's the whole episode.
I was fucking up 20 times before we got it.
So no, what is this
So,
secretive topic?
It wasn't. It was kind of secret. I have been holding suspense for far too long.
Oh, hold on. Before
okay.
you, I fucking told you.
That's not it.
Today.
I don't
That's
think so.
not it.
It's coming.
Nope.
It's fucking
Nope.
coming.
Not yet. He's holding out way longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What?
I'm not gay.
Damn it!
No,
That's not what I was gonna say, but that's fine.
Go ahead and say it, because
We had
I'm
a
willing
conversation
to stake money on
earlier
it.
today, but
What?
We'll,
Nothing.
No,
Go ahead.
nothing.
no,
Go
you
ahead.
say it first.
Say it.
I gotta know
everybody
this
stop
now. talking, except for Noah.
You say it first, because I want to see if I'm right or if Tyler's right.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna tell me what you
We'll
Yeah.
tell you after.
Yeah.
debating?
Yeah.
This is based off of the topic,
Okay.
not myself.
Okay.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I
All
don't,
right.
I don't think
Never
we're on
mind.
the same
Yeah,
page.
we're not
okay.
on the same
I
page.
told you.
He's
Okay.
not getting married.
Okay.
Told you.
Oh no.
We
You
thought
said
you
the
were.
other day no.
Yeah.
That's why I was like no.
Yeah. Okay. That's what we thought we were.
Tyler thinks it's happening soon, and I said no. I feel like it's going to be like Jake, and he's going to hold out. Not for as long as Jake, mind you, but
I figured like
waste that would be-
career, hope still being in school. I figured like those factors would
that's
still
what I said,
play
because that's
into,
what
like,
Jake was waiting for. Jake was smart with it, and he was like, not going to do it until after I'm out of school, in a job I love, that sort of stuff. And I'm like, I feel like Noah's on the same boat with that.
What do you mean it didn't stop us? We were
The
both.
career part.
Yeah, but we were both out of school by then. I mean, you thought you had a career. It wasn't your fault that they fucked you over.
Tyler, what was your idea? Was it the marrying thing?
Yeah.
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 He thinks it's coming
Yeah.
soon. I say way later.
Gotcha.
I just thought you'd rushing into things. That's all.
No, you
No.
thought hope
Well,
would
I thought
pressure
hope
you.
would-
No,
we thought
Hope would
Hope
just
would-
say, "You're marrying me now."
Yeah.
I'm like, no,
Yeah. See. Yeah. That's what I was expecting to happen.
no.
We're getting married tomorrow, Noah. Did you know that? No, we're not. Oh, no, but we are. It's fucking ready.
Pulls a gun out.
It's fucking ready.
So, a couple of us have played a game like this. It's
Okay.
called Death by Trolley.
Oh,
I own
There's
that game.
also
Yep.
a very widely known thing called moral dilemmas. Mainly the trolley problem,
yeah.
where one person is stuck on a railroad. You are next to a lever. You can either pull the lever and it'll just kill that one person, or if you don't touch it, it'll kill 5 people on the other railroad. That's where the moral dilemmas come into play.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then it changes into like, hey, would you still pull it if 2 people were on one side and 5 people were still on the other side? Or they change it to your mom and your dad versus 5 random people, and then it just gets more
Like complex.
Yeah.
more
Yep.
complex.
And personal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to do something like
So we're
that.
going along the lines of a trolley issue.
We're going along the lines of a moral dilemmas.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I like this.
So,
I want everybody to know, please do not judge me by my moral.
yes, we're not
Yeah,
going
same
to...
here. Just,
Yeah.
Just same.
Because I am a creature who does not give a fuck too much about shit. So, you know, I don't want to get.
Oh
Hassle
no, his
for the-
sippy cup's almost empty.
it is empty.
No,
Huh?
There's
Yeah.
still water in there.
Throw that
We're
out
going to
there.
start out very simple, very easy with the normal trolley problem.
Okay.
You see, you are on top of a little bridge that has a lever on it. One side of the railroad has a single person that has headphones in working on it. And on the other side, there's a group of 5 people on the other railroad working on that with headphones in, since it's so loud. There is a train barreling towards them. Do you A, either pull the lever and turn it to where there's 5 people where they will get hit, or would you not touch the lever at all and let one person go?
Oh, so it's not reversed? So it's not one person versus 5?
It's pretty much, are you going to let that one person go? You're not touching it. Who cares? Or
Yeah.
you're going to actively pull the lever to save this one person to get rid of 5.
And they're no important.
No, they're just random construction workers.
Yeah, I'm letting that one person go.
Same.
Easy.
Easy peasy, bro. I ain't touching that lever. I don't
So
want that
the
one on my
only
conscience.
option is to either,
You either kill one or
not
kill
touch
5.
it or touch
So
the
yeah, pretty much. You're either gonna watch. You don't even have to watch. You can just not touch it, act like you don't
You
know
just
what's
watch,
Turn
happening,
around and walk away.
just walk away.
Here's-
Or you see this happening, you pull the lever.
Here's my thing. With the one person, you do nothing. You're not pulling the lever. You're not doing anything. You are not responsible for that one person. You pull that lever, you are responsible for those deaths.
I mean, I will say too, we're going off the premise that we're not like there's no jail time or anything.
No,
Well, yeah, no, if
there's
you pull
nothing
the
that's-
lever or anything. But I'm just saying,
morally you're
in
not
your
responsible.
conscience, you don't have to be like, I killed those people to save that one.
Yeah.
You do nothing. Nothing is on you. You've done nothing.
I
The
disagree.
fucking railroads did it.
If you do nothing, you're still part of that.
Eh.
Because
But
you
then-
didn't try
but
to
then
save
on
any
your-
of
then
them.
the
But
other
then your
option is
mind,
you kill 5
you're
of them.
killing 5. So would you
So-
rather...
Would you rather kill 5 people or would you rather?
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah, so like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it,
As
you know
it
what?
stands,
We're
with the
starting-
train
and
coming,
then
you're
we're
not
starting with
doing
the
anything.
easier-
You didn't cause this situation. You didn't do anything to put them there. You didn't make any decisions to kill this person.
Yeah.
And there's
It's just
nothing you could have
something-
done to save that one person.
Yeah, the bridge is
Like to
too
warn them
high.
or-
You
Yeah,
can't.
there's
Yeah,
nothing you can
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
you don't
either
wanna
you
go
are
too deep into
actively killing those 5 to save that one, or you can kind of think of it as, I didn't do this. Nothing I did killed that one.
Because usually in the trolley problem, what happens is it gets worse and worse as it goes. So so
more
now
personal.
so now it's only one person that you're watching die. The next question should be like the 5 people are gonna get hit, so it's gonna be reversed, right? So like 5 people are gonna get hit versus the one.
Yeah.
And then it'll go to that one person.
okay,
is your
okay,
mom.
okay. Don't say anymore. Don't say anymore.
Like-
I'm curious to see what she says.
So,
about it.
Krista, do nothing or pull the lever.
Do nothing.
Okay.
So one person dies.
I would
5
rather
live.
have one person on my conscience than 5.
We should just make a tally.
It shouldn't even be on
Like how many
your
people we end up killing
Because there's
by the end of
nothing you
this.
can do.
Well, I killed one.
But that's
Well,
Get a-
let's
get
just
a-
say
get a piece of
collectively we
paper.
all
Yeah,
chose
okay.
one.
not being able to do anything.
Grab a piece of paper and grab me a pen. We're keeping track.
Yeah.
Oh, just grab my pen pad. My pen pad with the pens in it, yeah. Here.
All right.
Okay. Lay it on us.
We're going to go a little bit different. We're off of the railroad for now.
Oh.
We're going to a boat.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting.
So you and a group of attendees are on a boat. It's not a massive one. It's kind of you and maybe 11 other people. So captain, maybe a little bit of the crew, but mainly other
Boat
people.
goers.
Boat goers, yes. Something happens, and there is only enough food and water for only half of you to survive.
Okay.
How would you rule that? Would you get rid of the weak people? Would you get rid of the strong people? Save. Let's just say there's one kid with their mom. Would you save them? Would you just say go fuck yourself? How would you rule it?
I was gonna say, do we ultimately have the say over the food, or is it like
let's say you
Let's
We
say
are
you're
the-
the only one with
I
a
was gonna say,
gun.
You're the only
we're
one that
captain
cho-
of this
Oh,
boat.
okay?
Yeah, let's say you guys actively.
Well, just like
You
the
bought
trolley,
the boat?
just like the
Yeah.
trolley problem, we have ultimate control, right?
Yes.
So we'll go with that. That way, we're not like getting into weird specifics.
Yeah, no weird specifics on
Yep.
any of these questions.
You
Yeah,
are
so
in charge.
We are in charge. We are in control of the situation.
You get to save half. Are you keeping weak?
How many people are there?
Let's just say 12 altogether. That's including you.
Okay.
And okay.
There's
so-
one kid and one mom.
I would like to go first, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
I mean, I have my answer pretty simple.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I would do anything to save my family or friends first.
Well, all of these are strangers.
They're all randos.
Oh, fuck that. Then they're all gone, and I'm saving myself for as long as I possibly can.
Okay.
100%.
I would
Sorry.
probably just choose like the kid and the mom, and a few other people, and I'd let myself and the other. Are we included in the 12?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
me and 5 other people are dead. and then the rest are gonna live.
Okay.
I'm just not sure.
I get you.
Yeah, it would depend on the scenario.
Yeah.
I think I would go youngest 6. However that falls, however that is, the youngest 6 live.
That's true.
Okay.
Youngest 6 live, oldest 6 die.
The only thing that I might change about my answer is that I would maybe keep like people that were useful, like people that had like useful skills. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna change my answer to that. If there's somebody that's gonna help me survive until help comes, I would change that. Okay. So I'll say like the useful 6.
Okay.
So I don't care. Like if you're a child, sorry,
Hateful 8.
sorry. Like I'm sorry. Like if you can't help in a scenario, you're in the water, bro. Don't give a shit.
Okay.
Going for helpful 6.
Krista?
I kind of agree with Tyler.
Okay.
Survival mode.
Yeah.
Noah?
I would probably save the mom and the kid. I might do a Cody where I probably won't be in it. Also connecting it with you, Tyler. Someone, like a couple people need to go there that could probably have a higher chance of survival with the mom and the kid.
So you're like half on half.
I'm half on.
Okay.
Wow, no
All
one
right.
going with mine. Wow, okay, no.
What was yours?
The youngest 6 live.
Oh, the youngest 6 live?
Youngest 6 live. And, I mean, one of those could be a fucking 40-year-old. You know? So it's not
Right,
like you're
yeah.
leaving like a bunch of fucking 6-year-olds. Okay, fucking fend for yourselves. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just there's one kid who's
there
the
was a
youngest.
mom.
And then
I would
it's
say I would say the mom you would have to include in that just because you want to have a kid be like, hey, I'm going to save you, but you're going to watch your mom die.
Nope, just the youngest 6. That's just... I mean, the mom could happen to be included in that youngest 6, but that's what I see it as.
Hopefully
The youngest
she's a fucking
6...
teen mom to any of the moms out there.
Well, that's what but I mean, like, the youngest 6, it could be, here's an 8-year-old kid with their 20-year-old mom, here's a 40-year-old, a 60-year-old, a 27-year-old, you know, it could be a bunch of different age range. So, I imagine there will be an adult in with it, mostly adults, but I feel like, sorry, but if it comes down to an 80-year-old and a 16-year-old, the 16-year-old should live. That 80-year-old practically fucking lived their whole life to what? Save him for him to walk off the boat and have a heart attack and die?
Yeah.
I'm just saying if that
Save the
80-year-old
16-year-old.
knows how to drive the boat, I'm keeping him.
Fair.
That's all I'm saying. If the 80-year-old knows how to drive a boat or pull up a crab pot, to me he's valuable. Whether he's got 5 minutes left or he's got 6 years left.
Gotcha. Okay. Taking a step off the boat. We're going to go back to the rails for a
The
minute.
water.
We're going to go back to the
in the water.
We're going to go back to the rails for a quick moment.
Okay.
Same scenario. It's going to be kind of the same thing. 5 on one side. But on the other side, it's going to be the person that you love the most and the person that you hate the most
Okay.
on the other side. So you can either get rid of these 5 people, these 5 random construction workers.
Okay, so they're random. We don't know who they
Random fucks. Who cares?
are. Yeah.
But on the other side, somehow, your most favorite person and your most hated person in your life are somehow on that railroad.
Okay.
Since you are the most ready, go ahead, Tyler.
The most bold, I guess.
Yes.
So you're saying you pull the lever and...
Either 5 random people die or the person that you love the most and hate the most die.
So you're saying, but pull the lever and you get 5.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, right?
Pull the lever, it kills 5 people. Okay.
Yeah.
I got my answer.
There's not really a person that I hate drastically enough to watch them die, and I definitely don't want the person that I love the most to die. Mm-hmm. So I'm watching 5 random people get squished.
But Jeffy's already on his way out. It's just, you might,
Again, though, but again, though,
He
right?
is the
No,
most
this goes-
valuable.
But this goes
Fuck
back.
you,
but
Holly.
this goes back to like say like the whole like boat scenario, right? Say it is my dad, just out of spite or whatever.
Yeah.
He
That's funny.
he is the most valuable person to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? whether he's got 6 minutes left or he's got 6 years left,
Yeah.
he's the most valuable person to me.
Should we say who our most loved person is?
If you want
Who we're
to,
saving?
you don't have to. Yeah, it's your choice.
Yeah. I want to go next.
But I pull on that. And I'm taking the 6 or the 5. Oop. I added a random person.
I tossed myself.
Yeah, no, I'm taking out 5.
Okay.
So I'm also pulling the lever to take out 5 because Cody is my most loved and most hated person. 'Cause I don't
I'm the
really.
only one on that side. Damn.
Damn, Chris is only taking out 1.
I don't hate anybody, like even people that have done me wrong. I don't hate them. It was a shitty situation. It's whatever. Like, I'll deal with the trauma. But, like, I hate Cody in a way that's like, I fucking hate you. Like, you know what I mean? Just joking.
Just
Like,
joking.
You're,
I really fucking
you're
hate
picking on me
you.
too much. I fucking hate you. Like, in
Yeah,
that way.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I agree though with that statement. It's easier to give up like any hatred you have towards somebody
Yeah.
because it's
Hatred
Yeah.
doesn't serve me any purpose. Now,
Yeah.
hurt, yes. I still hold on to hurt, but I don't hate them.
yeah.
Holly, Cody,
Pulling the lever.
getting rid of 5.
Clean, simple. Yep.
Yeah. Holly, same thing.
I am pulling the lever.
You're not going to
because-
answer your who's on the side? No, really?
Yeah.
Why not?
Because I don't have a hated person.
It's
Trying
not
to
me?
think of who it would be. No. It'd be you.
No.
See, I imagine
No.
my most loved person would most likely be either my mother or my sister.
Oh, if it's your sister, I'm letting that motherfucker go.
I'd be like, see you, Beaver.
I'd just be like, can I get on this train? Watch it in 3D.
I kind of agree. I don't really have a most hated person
I think that's still
necessarily.
your sister.
There's a lot of people that piss me off, but I can't really pick out like one person who I'm like, that person, you know? Noah?
I would also pull the lever. I do have my most loved and most hated, but it's going to take a lot more for me to pull that lever to kill my own girlfriend.
You don't
She's
love
your most
mom?
loved?
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow,
He is going to
okay.
get married soon.
No.
He's gonna tell us at the end of this podcast. Stick around and find out.
Here's the next one.
All right, next one. I'm ready.
I would say that this is also kind of easy,
Are you
but
keeping track?
it could also depend on how you want to go with it. You somehow are a part of a military unit that you have found a terrorist and there is a bomb in the area. How far would you go to torture them? Would you torture them till almost death? Would you torture to extract information to save lives? Or do you refrain from torture and risk the lives of innocent people?
Okay, I'm answering this first. Am I guaranteed to know that this person is actually a terrorist?
Yes.
Like 100%.
And
Yes.
he
I'll
gets the
torture his
answer
family
if he tortures
in front
them.
of him. I'll torture his family to save innocence.
Okay.
Oh, bro, I'm cutting off his
Are
fucking
we,
eyelids
I was gonna
first.
say, are we counting that as a death?
No, we're not counting it as a death. I just
Okay.
wanted to see if we're all still on the same page.
One fingernail at a time.
Okay.
Fucking rat on the stomach, heated pot shit. Like,
Bamboo growing through
bamboo
the back.
shoots growing. Like,
Did you say yours?
Now you got a toothache?
Oh, I'm torturing the fuck out of him. I'm skinning his dick.
I thought you said you got. I thought you
one
said
of those
you
like
had a
Yo.
toothache
automatic
too.
apple peelers.
Dude, I was just thinking put his dick in a fucking old-fashioned pencil sharpener. I want it to be rusty, too.
Well, you could put it in a sausage compactor.
Oh, shit.
I like the apple peeler. I like Noah's skin and dick. You put it, you like, you stick the apple in it and then you crank the thing and the blade goes around.
You know what
and
I would
Yeah.
do?
do that to his dick.
Put a heavy rock on it. Like, pull.
Balls, and then just hammer.
Keep
Just...
going.
Yeah.
Then he just gets a big dick, Krista.
It's like Gumby.
Next one.
Gumby has a big dick, according to Krista.
Stretches it out. Like fucking.
Gumby
What's
packing.
her name? From The Impossibles? Where she just.
Mrs.
Oh,
Impossible.
the Elastigirl.
Yeah.
Elastigirl.
Elastigirl.
I was Elastigirl for Halloween.
You can't tell me that.
I still have the costume.
Here's the next dilemma. Your best friend is getting married. We're getting married in an hour. You found proof that Hope
Tell on the bitch.
is having an affair with the best man or best woman.
Oh fuck! Listen. I would never fuck Hope. Just so you know.
Bold of you to assume.
Jacob.
So you're Noah's best man,
Yeah.
but he's not going to be yours?
Yeah, I said he would.
No, you didn't.
He'd have to stand on my brother's shoulders, but he'd be fine.
Piggyback ride.
Ron piggybacks him.
So you can either tell your friend
Okay.
the day will be ruined, but it'll make it kind of better for his lifetime.
And we have 100% proof.
Like
Yes.
photo evidence.
No,
Let's just
you
say.
saw-
Like, you took a video of
You
it.
actively
happening in the
saw
back
them.
room.
You took a video of her getting fucking railed.
No.
You have that in hand.
but
No.
I
you
want
actively
something.
saw them. You don't have anything. You actively
Oh shit!
saw
So
them.
we don't have proof.
So you don't have
No.
concrete proof.
Yeah, you don't have concrete
Oh,
proof, but
shit.
each
Okay.
of you,
All right,
I would
hold
still
on.
tell
you
them.
have seen with your own eyes
Yeah.
something went down.
I'm going to say,
Hold on.
go, hurry up.
Or say nothing. Your job is just to be supportive.
Obviously, that was the other fucking side of this.
All right, fine.
I'm definitely telling them because even if they hate me and I'm not the best man anymore, hey, at least I did my part.
Yeah, I'm
If
on
it comes
the.
out in the future that, Hope's been fucking around with Jacob or Tyler or whoever it's going to be, that's not my fucking problem after that. But
I 100% agree. I am telling. If they choose to
Keep going.
going,
Yeah.
that's on them. I at least supplied them with the information I had. I'm not going to be a shitty person and be like, I actually kind of work with
So-
zipper sound.
That sounds like a zipper sound.
But yeah, no, that's completely on them then. If they choose to believe blind trust in this person or their best friend, that's on them.
yeah, and like my thing is like I'm gonna tell you right now, they wouldn't even be able to be like, oh, you just hate them, because
Yeah.
guess what? I'm not agreeing to be your best man if I fucking hate them. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Tyler?
Weirdly enough, this is a harder one for me because
You don't have proof,
You're
but
risking
you
your
know.
Yeah,
friendship
because
or
it's like a
your
risking the
morals?
friendship or like the morals towards that is like
So
But it also
I gotta
says
hit
a
you
little
with
bit
best
about
friend shit.
Who
God.
your
Yeah.
best friend is too. Would your best friend accept that from you?
See,
I know
would
that's
they-
here's the
like,
thing,
you
in my
have to know
mind-
that they would have ultimate trust in you as well.
At
Right.
that point,
Yeah.
not my best friend then.
Right.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
in my mind, I am
Right.
picturing Elizabeth. I would absolutely fucking hate to ruin what's supposed to be like one of the biggest days of her life, getting married.
Yeah.
But I would do it because do it before or then say what 6 years down the line if it comes out and then you're the piece of shit who
Yeah.
knew. Nah,
I-
I'm risking it all on that. If you want to be mad at me,
mean-
be mad at me. But
Yeah.
I mean, usually I'm not a snitch, but I would say something.
Yeah.
I'd rather say something and be a piece of shit than.
Not
Not say
say
something,
anything.
Or
and
Yeah.
then-
how was I gonna say that? Ruin the best day of their life, then let them make the biggest mistake of their life.
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris, are you tattling?
Yeah.
Noah, you
Because
tattling?
because ultimately
Noah's going in screaming.
yeah, because ultimately I've said my piece and then it's their decision what they're
Right.
doing
Yeah.
with it.
It's not like you're
So-
making them call everything off or anything. You give them the information you had.
Right.
How you choose to play that is on you.
Yep.
Okay. Here's what it might be a bit harder for this one.
Okay.
Man, we didn't. Kill
Noah's
anybody in that
cheating
one.
on
Wait a
Hope.
minute.
Do we tattle?
Wait,
What?
We don't
fucked
tell.
up
We
that
keep it to the grave.
What?
You all are doctors. You have been a doctor for a while. You're good at what you do. You get a patient that is severely in pain and is like slowly dying. It's going to take them years to die, but it is excruciating pain. On one hand, there's euthanasia. It is illegal.
Assisted suicide.
In this area, you will 100% lose your doctorate. You will no longer be able to become a doctor.
Do we go to jail?
Or you let the patient die out through his painful years, and you still get to keep your job. You're still saving other people's lives.
And there's nothing else to be done for this patient.
No. You've tried everything else.
I'm not euthanizing.
I'm not either.
No.
Do we know this person?
it's just a random person.
If it's a random person, sorry about their luck.
See,
In what way? You're putting them out of their misery, or you're letting them live for your license?
I'm letting them live for my license.
So here's my thought process on it. I am not killing them because as a doctor, you're bound to see hundreds of fucking terminal patients who are in agony, in pain, all that sort of shit. It's just part of the job. You can't do anything.
I would give them a ton of Vicodin though.
Yeah, I'd fucking let them go out happy at least. But I mean, it's just one of those things that I see it as like you can't save everybody, and it's one of those things where like you are guaranteed in that line of work you are going to see another person in that exact same scenario.
Yeah,
And
are you going to kill them all?
And see, I'm in the boat to where like if it was a different scenario where I knew that person, and say it was like my mom or my dad or my brother or something, my story would be a lot different.
Oh, 100%.
But in this scenario, I don't have connections towards people I don't have connections with. I know that makes me sound like horrendous as a person morally, but I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of faith in the world and the way that people work. So,
Okay.
Not my monkey, not my circus.
Krista?
Are they asking for euthanasia?
Let's say that they're asking for them to die.
I would do it. In the same way that veterinarians euthanize animals. Like, we don't let them suffer. Who am I to make a person suffer?
Yeah.
I would definitely lose my license over that.
Is it weird that I put
I should
animals
say you're-
above people?
No.
like if we're gonna
I
be
don't think
realistic,
so.
you should know that you're
Like-
also going to federal prison forever. Like,
I don't know, like there's like people I don't have a lot of faith in humanity. So like I view people less than animals sometimes.
This topic is actually something that, like, if I had any type of power, I would fight for that to be a thing. Like, there are stipulations, obviously. You have to be terminal. There's nothing left to be done for you. Like, there's no cure. Like, pain medicine is not helping. They're putting you in induced comas, like that kind of thing. I feel like that should definitely be on your list of options. Like,
See,
I would not want to be put in the position where I'm just laying in a hospital bed, intubated, and I'm just in fucking pain for the rest of my life. Like, I would want...
Yeah, no, I definitely think that should be
To go.
legal. Yeah, I agree with you on that 100%. That
Yeah,
should
see-
definitely be an option.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to go, like, my grandma, same thing. My grandma, like, the last few months of her life, she was just so mentally done. She went to my dad and she said, "Would you be okay if I died?" And my dad said, he said, "Mom, I can't make your life any better than it is right now."
Right.
And he said, "If you feel like you have to go, then you can go." And in the next 2 days, she passed away.
Yeah.
And I feel like she would have ended that a long time ago. You know?
Sometimes people need permission, and I find that kind of crazy.
Yeah.
that's what happened with my
Like,
grandma.
Yeah.
My Aunt Kathy whispered in her ear, and then after that,
Well, that's my great grandfather. We thought it was crazy because we got the call that he was sick. We rushed the 6 hours there. We're boom there. And the doctors the entire day are telling us, you know, this is your last day with him. He's not making it through the night. Say your goodbyes, get all the family in.
Yeah.
Well, our uncle JJ, well, cousin JJ, I don't know what the fuck he is. He's just JJ, was flying in or something. And the soonest flight wasn't until, I think it was 2 days later. So he's trying to get there, but he can't. Well, the next day we go back, fully expecting to get he passed, that sort of thing. Nope. We go in. He's okay. We're all talking to him, all that. JJ finally got there. My dad, he hated it, but he had to leave to go pick him up from the airport. Went, got him, brought him there. JJ saw him. All the family was there. And then that night, again, we're expecting that's going to be it. That man waited until his wife went home, got dressed, showered, got all kind of gussied up, came back, held his hand, and that's when he passed. Like, after everyone was there, that's when he passed.
That's amazing.
You pulling the plug, Noah?
Yeah. I would. I don't like when people suffer.
See, and I know
That kills me inside. Yes, I would lose my license. Yes, I would go to jail. But I know that I did the right thing.
See, I see it as also, though, medical advancements are happening every single day. What if you were to kill this person? Say they had, 4 years of suffering left. You kill this person, and the year after, they find something that completely did a 180 to their life. Look at people
That's the other
in
thing,
comas.
too.
People who have been in comas for years and years and years wake up. I've always told my mom, because of the amount of head injuries I've had, they told me there is a very good chance if I get another severe concussion, I am a vegetable. And I had to talk with my mom, and I'm like, if that ever happens, pull the plug on me. I do not want to wait, anything like that. And she said, in that scenario, she understood. But if there was ever a scenario where I was in a coma, she would never pull the plug. Because there's so many stories of so many people who just wake up one day. It's just something that they don't fucking know why. They go into a coma for years and years and years, and then they wake up. So, I always think of that sort of scenario where I kill this person, and then, a year from now, what if they find a cure for his disease, and he could be perfectly fine?
Do you know what it is? It's The Mist. Have you ever watched that movie? They go through this whole time. There's a giant mist that covers all over the place. And they're fighting to survive. They're like giant insects and stuff that are like basically
They're like
trying to
boarded up
kill
in
them.
a grocery store or something.
Nope, they're all in a vehicle in the middle of the road.
That was the ending of the movie.
That's
yes.
what I'm saying. At the end, the guy pulls out a gun and he's got 2 kids, an older couple, and himself, right?
Yep.
Shoots every single one of them and goes to shoot himself and it clicks. And he's like, I don't have enough. And he's like he feels terrible. He just murdered these 4. He throws the gun down, gets outside of the safety, and stands out like this. And he's like, come and get me! Come and get me! And then all of a sudden the military comes rolling through and the smoke or the mist starts to clear. And then he's like, I just killed those 4 people for no reason. If I would have held on for fucking 30 minutes, we would have been completely fine and safe and everything would have been over. That's the same scenario.
Yeah, it's one of those scenarios where I feel like if that happened, the guilt of that would be so much higher.
Yeah.
Like, if I killed this person and then they fucking cure him. Like, if that was like a legal thing and they made that decision completely on their own, it was something that they asked for, I can do it legally. If that's what they have come to, that is their decision. But I do not want to do it illegally against everything and just do it, because then that would be on me.
Right.
So here's my thing. My outlook on humanity as a whole, I feel like there are way too many people on this planet. 100%. I feel like we are overpopulated, and there is not enough percentage of us who do the right thing to make a difference. A lot of us,
The people that can make a difference,
Right.
aren't
Yeah.
choosing to do so.
yeah. So a lot of us just sit at home, do nothing, contribute garbage and trash, and pop out babies, and we just take up more and more and more and more space. I feel like as humanity, we need a check. And because I feel like in a couple years from now, we won't be able to live on this planet because of the things that we do as humanity. So anything that takes out a chunk of people, I think only helps this planet. It's just how I feel. Because I look at it completely different. I don't see humanity as a good thing at all.
Yeah. My thing is I feel like the chunks of things that should be happening are happening to the wrong people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. That's
Yeah,
what
no,
sucks.
Yeah.
no, you're 100% right.
Yeah.
Bad things always happen to good people. I'm a firm believer in that 1,000%. I believe all the scumbags and the rich, wealthy pricks, everything always goes perfectly fine for them, no matter what happens.
Because they can buy themselves out of it.
Yeah, or even if just I don't know, just random, a shithole person always comes out smelling like a rose for some reason. And that's why I don't have faith in humanity whatsoever.
Okay. All right. Here's the next one.
Okay.
You are in charge of taking care of the cash in a business. Let's say, Krista, you do all these. Well, yeah, because
Yep.
you did it.
Yep.
You check how much money you got, blah, 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 make sure everything's good. Great. One of your coworkers actually takes it to the bank and deposits it. You get in a conversation with your supervisor, and if the increase, like they put in extra money, the supervisor put in more money than what it was regularly supposed to be, and just wanted it to be going to the bank.
Yeah.
You were not told anything about an increase of money or anything.
Okay.
You realize your coworker pocketed that money whenever they dropped it off to the bank. You either say nothing, let it happen, you didn't know anything about it, tell your supervisor that you weren't told anything about it and you believe that your coworker stole it when they were dropping it off at the bank. There's another option is just like talk to your other coworker and see if it actually happened.
Okay.
You either
You
tattle or
either
don't.
you either tell the supervisor there was no increase and you believe your coworker stole it, or you do nothing because you didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
I'm tattling because the only two people who that can fall on are me and the coworker. So this money is missing. It's either me or the coworker. I'm going straight to the boss to be like, I didn't know there's supposed to be an increase. It wasn't me, and that leaves the coworker.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I'm not risking my job and jail time. Nope. Tattling.
Yep.
I'm the same.
100%.
And the majority of the
Yeah.
time, that stuff has to be signed off by two people. So
That's what I
Yeah.
mean. And if only two people are handling this, me counting it, putting it in a bag, and you taking it to the bank,
yep.
it can only be one of us. So I'm fucking tattling before the other person can tattle on me.
Yep.
Try and flip it.
Okay.
Yeah. You tattling?
Oh, yeah.
No one loves the tattle.
No one loves the tattle, bro.
Let's go back to the hospital for a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Your father's health has declined. Or your mom's, whichever one is your favorite, doesn't matter.
Oh no, Pappy Coots.
He has an amazing life insurance that expires at midnight. You'll inherit all the money to pursue your career that you ever dreamed. It'll happen no matter what. But you will have to
Pull the plug.
pull the plug. So do you either pull the plug, do nothing, your dad is still alive, he might come back, who knows. The other option is ask your dad and see his opinion. Which technically
Is
I know what my dad would say.
is the dad asking for the plug to be pulled, or no? We're just saying this
no.
is a
This is just going on in your head. Your father's health is declining.
Let's
You
say
don't-
he's non-responsive. Like, you can't talk to him about it.
Okay. Yeah. My answer.
His health has gone so low where he is just unresponsive right now.
My answer is I do nothing. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
my
what I was gonna
parents are one of the couples that if one of them dies, the next one's going. They're one of those ones that if one is gone, the other one. They've always said that. I can't live with that. I don't care what my fucking dream or aspirations or whatever. No. I at the fucking hand of killing my father, I get to have money. No.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. With either parent.
Well, my dream is to live on a sailboat or to just have a backpack on my back and walk the Appalachian Trail for the rest of my life. So, and I can already do that. So,
That's what I was just about to say. I'm like, that doesn't take much money.
no, exactly. It doesn't. And I could do it now. So let my dad live out as long as he wants.
Yeah.
Even if it's 10 seconds past 12, I don't give a shit. Money doesn't mean that much to me. Because my dreams are attainable without it.
I the way I look at it though is like no matter what my dream was,
I mean,
like
it
even if
wouldn't
I was,
matter- it wouldn't matter what my dream was, anyways. I mean,
yeah, no, even if I was fucking dirt poor living in a cardboard box and
I would never.
I killed my dad to get a warm meal and a bed for the night. No,
I wouldn't kill anybody to obtain money.
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
that
no.
movie they had where you press the button on the box so one
I-
random person.
yes, I know exactly-
I
and it
always
ended up
talked
being
about it. I
al-
was like, I would never do that.
And for one,
'Cause-
it was aliens, bro. That was crazy.
Well, not just that, but
Same.
also, I will also say, I'm not religious, but I believe in karma like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, no, I wouldn't
I'm
do that
like,
at all.
That's everything. What's the saying? What goes around comes around.
Yeah.
like
Yep.
that.
see, my outlook on it is like, I guess it's my religion's outlook on it is whatever you put out in the world comes back to you in threes.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, yeah, let's say I fucking kill my dad, then my mom, my brother, and my sister die in some terrible accident. Like, that is 100% what I believe would happen if I am fucking just the biggest piece of shit ever, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do this for the money. Which, both of my parents do have very big life insurance policies. My dad's health is not great. If this were to come to be a thing, I could never do that. Not a chance. Because again, that whole thing with being a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
What if he does do a 180? What if they find a fucking cure for whatever it is? What if the next day he wakes up and he's fucking tap dancing his way out of the hospital? Like, no, not a chance.
Yeah, no amount of money is gonna make me kill somebody. Fuck! Krista's going sideways, bro.
No, if I
Go ahead, say it.
were like selfish, which I am kind of selfish, but not in that sense. And if it were my dad,
You have to bleep this out.
yeah.
You have to bleep
I
this
know.
out. Just don't even answer it. Stop. Just say yes.
No, because I'm like, okay,
Well, it's
If-
the person you love the most.
no.
But didn't you
I
just say whichever
said-
one you
said
love
it's
more?
your dad.
Yeah.
Whichever
But then
one's your
I said
favorite.
whichever one you love
Whichever
more.
one's your favorite.
Which one's your
That's
favorite?
what I'm saying. If it were my dad and I was selfish about it, like Cody and I are not allowed to do anything with the farm. So the farm would be ours with him gone, and we would have the money to do with whatever we wanted to do with. But I'm not that kind of person, so no. I'm just saying if
But
that
secretly, if it
situation
was
would
her
happen.
dad,
Sounds
she's
like you're
going
that kind
for
of
it.
person, kind of.
No, I'm just saying like
I love that. You give this whole specific scenario, but I'm not that kind of person.
I'm not.
like, I don't know.
I wouldn't do that in that scenario, but I'm saying I could if I were the type of person to be like, well, now I can get the farm and I can do what I want with it and now have this money and blah blah blah. No, but I'm not that kind of person.
See, now we replace
Until
like
that
father
scenario
with
arises itself.
we replace parent with biological grandmother. I'm pulling that plug for free.
Oh, can we do that one real quick? If it's somebody that we know is like an absolute scumbag,
And we get their money.
Yeah.
and we get their life insurance policy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somehow your name is only on the will.
Yeah. All right. Let's do that. Let's do absolute scumbag. Are we pulling the plug?
Can I just say
No.
I love Anita.
Who? My cousin Anita?
Yeah.
Why?
Because she's texting me and she said, I love you with hearts.
Why?
Because she fucking loves me.
Why the fuck is she texting you?
We and her text all the time.
For what?
Because we're friends.
Oh.
No, this is the first time she's texted me. I don't know how she got my phone number. I'm not going to lie. I have no idea. She just texted me. She's like, hi, it's Anita. And I'm like, who gave you this? I know your aunt doesn't have it. I know your cousins don't have it. Don't know how she got my number, but she's got it now. Okay, so we're replacing parent
With a scumbag.
with a scumbag
Of our choosing.
of our choosing. I still wouldn't do it. I know I just said replace it with grandma, and I would, but again, I believe in karma, and I believe that I would do this to this piece of shit person, and it would come back on me. Something would happen, and it would come back on me. And as much as I would love, absolutely love, to butter my mother's mom's steps and just give her a little nudge, I never could because I believe in karma. And I just know some shit would happen where someone important to me would die. It would come back on me. I can't.
I'm sticking to my statement that no amount of money would make me kill somebody.
Could we kill them without the money involved? Because that might change my answer.
No, the money is involved somehow.
All right, then no, I wouldn't do it for the money.
Krista?
I would do it for free, but I'm thinking of like horrible, like pedophile, like fucking monsters.
Right.
I'm like, fuck karma at that point. If karma's gonna fuck me, I don't give a shit.
It's a scumbag. Your name is on their will. You'll have more than enough money to
Get some
do
fat
what you
stack
want.
cash
Ooh.
or scumball money.
I just thought of a good moral dilemma one that we'll add in later.
Okay.
Nah.
Damn it, I thought Krista was going to say she would.
I definitely thought she would too.
Damn.
Well, like I said with the whole dad thing too, like I wouldn't actually do it.
Is that the scumball? It is.
No.
Noah?
You killing a scuzzball?
No, I'm not even killing my dad.
Damn.
Noah, bleep that
I
out.
didn't even
say the-
answer the one before.
know,
That's
but
the thing.
The way you worded that made it seem like, no, I'm not going to kill the scumbag, and my dad's worse, and I'm not even killing him. Like, the way you worded that.
Yeah, you sound like your dad was the scumbag. That's why I didn't even understand what you were saying until right now.
Love you, Dad.
Fix the goddamn movie theater, Rob.
He doesn't get to choose.
I'm just
Why do we all think that Rob has these superpowers, but he
Because he
doesn't?
does.
Oh, I also found out it's not $100.
Huh.
It's $1,800
Oh, cute.
for the light,
Eh.
and it costs $2,000 for people to actually go in and
Like,
properly
want
put
me
it
to
in
do
there.
it?
Well, no, it's like extremely fragile. So if you do anything, you'll have to. The company that comes in and does it, if they break it, they pay for it, and
Yeah,
They have, like,
because they're
insurance.
insured
Yeah.
and stuff.
so what you're saying is that we're never going to have a movie theater ever again.
no,
We aren't ever going to watch another fucking movie.
it'll be fixed by the weekend, before the weekend.
Damn,
Oh, shit.
We,
So,
we busting with some money.
I was going to say, so
up
this
here.
weekend, we going to the movies with our free movie tickets?
I won't be there, but it's Godzilla versus Kong.
Oh, fuck,
yeah.
we're going to
Oh,
the
the new
movies
one.
this
Yeah,
We
weekend.
going to the movie?
Yeah, we might. God.
Noah.
When
It's
are you
fine.
coming home?
Sunday.
What
What time are you
time?
going to be home Sunday?
I really don't know.
We'll come back early, and then we'll do a Sunday movie
I'm not
date.
the one driving,
Who is?
but maybe
Who is?
I'll see what.
Who's driving?
All right,
My
listen.
girlfriend's dad.
Okay,
Listen,
thank God. I thought you were about to say your
we'll-
girlfriend. I'm like, don't let Hope drive.
Listen. We'll hold
feel like
out.
that's just
we'll
a
hold out
mistake.
until Sunday, and we'll contact you beforehand.
Okay.
Yeah, like if
See
it's
if you go in.
we'll message you around like 4, and if it's not looking like you're gonna be back by 5:30,
You'll be there. Gotcha.
we're going. Let's just say 5:30 on Sunday. We're going to the movies, everybody.
If you can make it,
Okay,
be there or be square.
sounds good.
Okay.
Be
Getting
there or be
popcorn
gay.
and watching
Love it.
Kong versus Godzilla.
The newest
Godzilla.
one.
Godzilla. Yeah.
Newest
Godzilla.
one.
It's
Fuck
funny
yeah.
that
And
it's
I'm
playing
bringing
too
my
because
fucking
while we
Godzilla
watched the
blankie.
trailer, I was like,
Hell
"Fuck,
yeah.
I want to see that."
Hell yeah.
Lil Kong.
Baby
Lil
Kong.
I got a low Kong.
Imaginary
I
though,
don't think it's that one, is it?
the newest one.
Kong?
Yeah, it's the newest one.
Yeah.
The
That's
second one.
That's
yeah,
the one we
Godzilla
saw.
X Kong, like
Okay,
newborn or
okay.
something.
Yeah.
Not Godzilla versus Kong. Okay.
Yeah,
I was
That's
like,
the
that
one
one,
we
I was like,
saw.
I have
That
that
was
on
the one
DVD.
there.
Oh, you
Never
guys weren't
mind.
there. They
I was
literally
gonna say
showed
that's the one that we saw the previews
it.
for, but you guys
I-
showed up
yeah,
after the movie
we
started.
saw the well, not that one. I saw the movie previews for it a while ago because I was like, why is Godzilla purple now? I was really confused.
Also, why does Kong have a robotic hand?
It'll be explained in the movie.
No, because it was in the movie
No,
that
it'll be
happened
explained
before
for the
it.
movie.
No,
No, it'll be explained for
What?
the movie.
No.
he
Wasn't
didn't.
there,
in this
wasn't there a
movie.
Godzilla versus Kong before that?
Mecha
Yes,
Godzilla.
but they didn't. He didn't lose an arm.
This it gets
Oh.
explained in this movie. Everything that happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll get
you're
explained.
just gonna
Okay,
fucking
next
tell me
moral
that.
dilemma?
All right, next moral dilemma.
I'll do 2 more, and then if anyone else
I've
has a
got one.
moral dilemma,
I've got one
they
too.
can bring it up.
Not dilemmas, but
Okay.
a different topic.
So, your son or daughter is very.
promiscuous.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
Slutty.
Gotcha.
Slutty.
No, a
You
trouble.
tell them to get a condom,
What was the
or
word that
you
was
lock
the
them
other
up.
day? There was a word the other day that one of you said. Noah looks at me and goes, "I don't even know what the fuck that means."
That was me. I used a big word in Noah's brain.
That's just normal,
I
though.
don't know. I love that. I love that you're honest about it. You're not just like yes and continue on. Like you're always like I don't
Yes.
fucking know what that means.
Are there any context clues for me to figure out what this word is?
I was in
No.
basic fucking reading through most of high school. You really think I'm going to understand
Noah's favorite book is Hop on
promiscuous?
Pop.
Fuck that. All right. So your son or daughter is very problematic.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
When they were younger, they were arrested for shoplifting. It wasn't like a super expensive thing, but it was still something.
Okay.
So they're becoming scumbags.
So as time goes on, when they're teens, let's say this is illegal at this point. They smoked weed and drove and hit something.
Okay.
They also get arrested for that.
Mhm.
They promised that they would fix everything, that they would stop hanging out with them, fix their attitude, fix their grades, blah, blah, blah. They promise all this stuff. And then on one day, the police station calls you and said that your kid and a couple other kids broke into a liquor store and stole some beer. Stole something from there.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Would you go down to that station to bail them out? Or would you say whatever consequences, it's their fault now?
How old are
Okay.
they?
Let's say they're 16 right now.
So
They're still young, but they're not 18 yet.
So I would 100% leave them. That is, you want to fuck around, you're gonna find out. I am 100%. You were dumb enough to do this. Deal with the consequences.
Oddly enough, usually I'm the one who, oddly enough, if it was my kid, I feel like I have a responsibility to them until they're 18. If after 18 they did something highly illegal, you shot your kid, you shot your shit. What the fuck am I trying
I
to say?
don't know.
You
just
cried
said you
wolf?
shot your
I don't
kid.
fucking
No,
know.
you
shot the sheriff.
no, you
You
like,
shot
Who
your
shot the
shot.
deputy?
yeah, you shot your shot. Like you shot your shot.
He means
You
the
did
saying you shoot your shot.
Yeah, you shoot your shot. Like, you did your own thing. Listen, like, I tried up until you were an adult to give you the life that you could. Right?
Yeah.
Tried to make it as perfect as I could. Whether you had failings or not, my legal obligation to you is until you are an adult.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't adult, then that's not my problem.
Okay.
But at this very point, they're 16. Would you bail them out?
Yeah, they're still
Okay.
a kid. They are still my responsibility.
Okay. Cody?
I'd say the same thing. I would definitely try to do something to teach them a lesson.
Right. Yeah, like I'm not saying that
Like maybe
But
like a scared straight thing.
Leaving
where
them
it's
in jail
like-
is not the lesson.
Where it's like, is it cool
Yeah.
if I pick them up tomorrow?
I would
Like, you know
try
what I
to
mean?
make a lesson out of it. I wouldn't just I'm not just gonna give it to them. You know what I mean?
Not like the assholes that get away with
Yeah.
murder, and it's just because mommy and daddy will
Exactly.
bail them out.
Yeah. I would try to do something to prevent that and show them that was wrong. But after you're 18, that's your own damn fault.
I agree with Tyler. And I would do it in a way that's maybe that would mean switching them schools to get away from the group that they're being influenced by or something like that. Because a lot of the times, sending them to juvie doesn't help. It just makes it worse because they're around the same type of fucking kids. So
Right.
they just get worse and worse and worse. So it would be okay, well, we're going to move you to this school or send you to some private school, something like that would be
Or
a
drag them
better environment, or
Yeah.
homeschool them or whatever.
Or drag them out in the fucking woods and be like, here's a tent. You learn how to survive on your own. And then,
Then we'll talk.
Come
And
back
then
to
we'll
me
talk.
when you get a buck.
there you go. Hell yeah. Whenever you're so fucking hungry and you had to eat the wrong mushroom, then we'll talk.
No, what would you do?
Me and my girlfriend have talked about this for a while. It's just whenever we do have kids, We're going to treat them like kids until they're 18. And when they turn 18, if they fuck themselves, if they fall in hard times, like, depending on the scenario,
Right.
they're by themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
So I'm
if
the
it's
only
in like,
one leaving their kid in lockup. Okay, my reasoning behind this is, though, I was that problematic kid. My fucking mom said it the other day while everyone was in here. She's like, yeah, you were my bad kid.
you were her bad kid.
I was. I will 100% admit that. I was not breaking into fucking liquor stores or anything like that, but I was the problem kid. And I have parents who 100% probably would have bailed me out. They would tell me they wouldn't, but they would 100% bail me out. But let me tell you, getting grounded, getting my ass whooped, things taken away, none of that stopped me. Not a damn thing. Mm-hmm. None of that taught me a lesson.
Do you think like something like Krista said, where if she was to like
Remove
if they were to
from
remove you from
yeah.
a situation,
I was put into cyber school. I was put into homeschool.
do you think if you were moved out of the town, like say if like
Like if you moved to a different
you're in a
place
different
entirely.
Yeah, exactly.
Nope.
Like you're in the middle of fucking Alaska.
My dad's biggest threat, he was going to send me to a boarding school in Ohio. And
oh my god, that would straighten me up right now. I'd be like, do not fucking
Yeah,
send me to
hearing
Ohio.
boarding school would just change.
No, it wouldn't even be boarding school. I'd
It'd
be
be
like, Ohio. Like, get me the fuck out of here.
that's the thing, though,
Like, put
because
me in a boarding school in Virginia or anywhere else.
here's the thing, though, that was the threat. I never went to a boarding school.
Yeah.
Right.
I never...
Ohio scared you straight.
I'm just saying, like, I never
Ohio
had
scared you
that,
straight.
you fucked up, here's your fucking consequences, other than you're grounded, this, that. Because, so I used to sneak out a lot. All the time. And one day, I am going back to my house, and my brother's standing on the porch. And I knew I was fucked, because my brother was there. My mom and brother yelled at me the whole time. My dad worked away at this time. He comes home. I'm grounded, not allowed to leave the house for 2 months, all this different stuff. As soon as I was off grounding, snuck out again. And honestly, it was not because of the group of kids I was hanging out with or anything like that. I was just dumb and 16. But I guarantee you, if I would have gotten picked up by the police and held because sneaking out,
Past curfew.
Yep. That's against the law. Mm-hmm. They could have held me, and I guarantee you, if my parents would have left me there, figure it out. You fucked up. Figure out your consequences. Mm-hmm. If I had to do that, I would have never snuck out again. I would never have thought of that again, because I now know what happens when I get caught. So if my 16-year-old fucks up a bunch, and I try the punishments of, get them away from these people, because this isn't their first mistake. I'm not saying on their first mistake, leave them. But this is a kid who, in this scenario, continuously does this. They're clearly not learning anything from the things you're doing. So maybe you do need to go extreme. Obviously, your kid's not going to go to jail forever or anything like that. Maybe,
Right.
Get them a lawyer or something. But now they have to go through that. As someone who has been arrested and who has had to go through booking and fingerprinting and getting a mugshot and then going to the courthouse and having to do all of that, that shit is not fun. Even as a 19-year-old. Actually, I was probably 18 at the time. 18 or 19. That was still fucking scary. Mm-hmm. You know what I did? I fucking called my mom. And I was like, look what I got myself into. She did not find it funny. Me and my dad found it funny. But mom didn't find it funny. But it's one of those things. It's fucking scary. And as a grown adult, yeah, I want my fucking mom. Like, that shit is scary. So, but I learned. Have I been arrested since? No. I learned. So it's one of those things that I truly believe that's one of those, you fuck up, find out.
But you were living in a trap house.
I was not. But it's 100% like the
trap house.
Huh?
Wasn't it like the definition of a trap house?
No, the definition of a trap house is like a place where you like do crack.
Yeah.
Like I was
didn't,
not
like-
living in a trap house. That's
But
the
didn't
joke
everybody
everyone
we
makes
lived
because my
with
house got
was-
raided.
Yeah.
My house got raided for pot. Not because the woman who I was renting off
Okay.
of was a pot dealer.
I feel like you don't have your house rated for pot.
Yep,
but-
that is exactly why. Well, she also had warrants out for her because she didn't pay child support or something. I don't really know what the warrants were. We were renting off of my roommate's cousin. She was subletting to us.
Yeah.
But then we found out it wasn't an actual sublet, like, lease thing. Like, the landlord didn't even know we were living there. They thought it was still her. So when the neighbors called on us because there was people in the house, so they knew she had warrants, so they called, and then they fucking raided our house.
Damn.
But, no, yeah, so definition of trap house is a place, especially in an abandoned house, where illegal drugs are sold. I was not living in a trap house.
You were subletting, which was illegal, and your house got raided for drugs. That
But
is
not
literally
because of us.
This is literally yeah, but I'm just saying you lived in a trap house, whether it was you doing the drugs or whatever.
No.
That's still the definition of a trap house. That house was a trap
Whatever.
house.
Next one.
Anywho, last one. This is going to deal with animals.
We killed them all.
Uh-oh.
If the dog dies, I'm turning it off.
So this has actually happened to my girlfriend's neighbor. Your neighbor leaves their dog outside in all kinds of weather. Snow, rain, thunderstorms, whatever, everything. The animal frequently looks miserable. It is sometimes out of water, maybe sometimes doesn't really get fed.
Okay.
Do you report it? Do you just say, fuck it, you save the dog, you just steal the dog? Or do you just let it go, it's not your pet?
Report it.
I would
Easily.
report it twice. If nothing changed and nothing happened, on the third time, I would pay the trespassing fine and the stealing fine, and I would be fucking keeping that dog.
But then they take the dog back.
What do you mean?
They would just take the dog back.
They would just impound the dog, and then I would buy the dog from the pound.
No. No.
So around here, they're actually pretty decent with a lot of those complaints. I know because we did this to our neighbors behind us. They also had like a weird assortment of pets, like an alligator living in their basement, a pig that lived in the house, the peacocks that just
It was
roamed.
literally like a farm.
It was a
lot.
little trailer in that one back corner. Like there was like no yard like whatsoever, but it was really weird. They also midnight moved, so not shocked. But they had a dog that they would leave out just fucking 24/7. And we called and filed a complaint, and that dog got taken because it was like there's certain requirements that they have to meet with, like there has to be a shelter that they can get out of the rain and stuff. They have to there's a bunch of different shit, and they didn't have any of it, so that dog got taken. So I would report it.
Okay.
It's funny though because our neighbors literally have a dog that does this, but he wants to be out there.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. So, okay, I'm not going to lie. I'm not a huge fan of dogs. We all know this. That's not a secret. But I believe that there is okay, so everybody gives my dad shit because we have farm cats and stuff, right? That's just a thing I grew up with. Our cats live in a barn.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they get fed every day. We still put food out. You know, they drink out of our pond. They roam. They do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
They're literally free to whatever they want. Grown up with that my entire life. A dog is different because they don't they don't survive by themselves. I don't know if that makes sense. You know what I mean? A cat, you give it food, water, you know, it can go to the bathroom by itself, that sort of thing. Dogs need more care. But I also don't I'm not a firm believer in just because a person has an outside dog that they're a bad pet owner. because like my parents used to have huskies, and our huskies hated being indoors. They're meant to be outside running around. Like we had a massive kennel for them when I was like a little tiny kid, and like they had like a big indoor kennel thing that they could go in at night, and like my dad would always put down like straw and hay for them during the winter, and they loved it. Like they would rip through the snow, and like they're huskies. They're meant for that kind of weather. I don't see that to be an issue. But if this is a different type of dog that's outside and it's not getting fed and it's not having water,
like a dog that's not meant to be just outside.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
Like a clearly neglected dog.
Yeah, like a clearly neglected dog. Yeah, I'm definitely going to call the cops and like or do something to get it out of that situation, whatever that be. But I don't think just a dog being outside is a bad thing. Like growing up as a kid, there was a lot of outdoor dogs like in our neighborhood.
I mean, like I said, like Oliver.
Well, yeah, Oliver is literally outside.
He's outside
24/7
single
day.
I hate it because he barks at everything, but he chooses to be outside. Like they'll let him in and shit, but he doesn't want to. He wants to stand in one spot in the driveway and bark facing our house.
Yeah, but he loves the shit out of it. When it's snowing, he's cruising through the snow and like they have an outdoor kennel for him when he wants to go inside, and like if he wants to go over, or he can go in the house too. It wasn't like he just wants to be outside. So, but if a dog's being neglected, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to like make sure it has the life it wants to live, I guess is what I'm saying.
Noah?
I'm going to preface this off with a story. So my girlfriend's neighbor, they had a newborn dog, very, very young, that they kept outside constantly. There was a massive thunderstorm that hit. The dog had nowhere to go.
See, that's wrong.
The owners didn't... Whenever they were gone from the house, then the dog was inside. But whenever the owners were home, the dog was outside. All the time. They called the cops or whoever, like, hey, there's a dog being mistreated. This owner is not caring about it. They came, they checked. Nothing happened of it. Then the owners put up 2 posters. One of them facing one way, one of them facing the other way, saying, you don't get to tell us how we treat our dog. Do this again, blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
Something threatening.
Something threatening. I don't fucking remember. But
The way I would have called even more after that.
through that, after they would put up the sign, I would just take the fucking dog.
Right.
Because if there's clear evidence, neighbors all around you seeing that you are not doing anything to this dog, this newborn fucking golden retriever, and then you decide to put up these 2 signs instead of being like, oh shit, we gotta take more care of this dog.
Yeah.
Instead of, no, fuck you neighbors, we get to do what we want. It's our dog, not yours.
Yeah.
No, it's time to take the dog away.
Honestly, and I feel like that's the scenario for a lot of that, because like if they're mistreating the dog to begin with, they do not give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
No amounts of complaints or anything like that is going to change it. So if the police, whoever, whatever, doesn't take that dog for them, it's never going to change.
You know what I don't understand though? Like, okay, so obviously before them getting this dog, they knew that was probably going to be its fate, right?
What?
Like the people that put the dog, like they knew that when they got this dog and they received the dog, that they were going to put it outside and do nothing with it, basically.
Probably,
right?
I don't know.
They probably knew that before they even got it.
Mm-hmm.
Why do people even take in these pets in the first place?
Because people are fucking retarded.
Do you know what I'm saying though? Like,
Just that
if
last word.
you have a dog and you're never
Yeah.
at home and you work 24/7 and the thing is kenneled up its entire life, why the fuck do people do it anyways? I don't understand. It's
Because
not
they
like,
want it because it's cute.
but it's not like you have
A
to
big
have
thing is
it.
the
Like, you know what I
kids.
mean?
Yeah.
the kids. That's the big thing.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Like, there's so many people that I know that have a dog, and it is kenneled 24/7.
Yeah.
Why do you have a dog?
Right.
Like, why did you get a dog in the first place if you knew that it's going to sit in that cage its entire life?
Mm-hmm.
For what? Mm-hmm. That just drives me insane. I don't understand. If you don't have time for an animal, don't have an animal. It's not like you're not mandatory to have an animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That just blows my mind. I don't understand why that happens so much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it should be like almost to the point to where like when you go to get an animal, they should ask you questions like, "What's your work schedule? How are you doing this?" Like,
that's what
I feel like it shouldn't be that easy to be like, "Here's $800. I'm gonna go take this dog and throw it in the basement."
Mm-hmm.
Same things for children, arguably.
Yeah.
they have.
Yeah.
No, you're 100% right. Sorry.
Honestly.
No, you're 100%
Like,
right. You should have to go through some sort of training or a form or questions or
My thing
whatever to
is-
have children.
My thing is, as someone who grew up in and around the foster system, the amount of times that I'm gonna use my one cousin for an example. So my one cousin, we had him. He was born addicted to cocaine. So when a baby is born addicted to cocaine, their stomach lining is basically like torn raw. And for an infant, there is nothing you can do. They have to eat a special formula, but they cry 24/7 because they are in excruciating pain. And there's nothing you can do but let it heal. We had him for 2 years. Then one day, he's taken from us. And he's taken from us because the mom had one clean piss test. Goes back. Well, then we get a call for an emergency placement. It's a newborn. And he was born addicted to cocaine with the same exact problems as the previous baby. And so, of course, we took him because we knew how to deal with him. And then we found out this baby was the first baby's biological brother. There were 7 other kids in that situation that all then got shipped out. My aunt spent the next 72 hours tracking down the original baby because she's like, that's my fucking kid, and I'm getting him back. And she did. And then she adopted both brothers.
Yeah.
The fact that she had not 1, not 2, not 3, but 7 other fucking kids who every time, it happened every time, she would have a kid, the kid would test positive for drugs, the kids would get separated, shipped out wherever. She'd end up pregnant again, she'd have one clean piss test, all the kids would get back to her. And then again, they'd all get separated the second that new baby was born. The fact that she was allowed to not only keep having kids, but to get those kids back makes me angrier than fucking anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And again,
why is that allowed?
Because the world is corrupted. 100%.
And that's one of the things I hate the most is like people who, like, I don't care your views on anything. Everyone can have their own views. I don't care. But abortion. One of the reasons I hate the argument on why abortion should be illegal is because that's a living baby. Okay, and what are you doing for the millions of living children who are in foster care, who are in orphanages, who are in that scenario? Mm-hmm. Jack shit, because the second they push out that baby, you do not give a shit about them. And it's the same thing. You should not be allowed to have a kid unless you are like fucking... You check off the fucking checklist of just basic necessities.
Well, that's
like,
what I'm saying. Right. So, like, if they're making it illegal to have an abortion,
mm-hmm.
they should make it illegal to have a child at all unless you fit some criteria.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
You know,
perfect
if
example.
you're going one way, you should go the fucking other way as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yep.
Do you know the requirements to having a kid in your home for CYS?
dude, we just heard this last week. Fucking insane.
For
Like,
CYS,
I couldn't even believe it.
their requirements, if they take a child out of their home, there is requirements, the bare minimum. You have to have access to running water. Running water can be out of your faucet a creek behind your house, a creek a mile down the road, if you have access to running water, there you go.
Literally, it says creek or stream. Okay?
A
Just keep that in mind.
a source of heat, whether that be a kerosene heater just in the middle of one room. That's it. That's a source of heat.
It only has to heat one room.
Yeah.
That's it. It doesn't have to heat your entire house. One room in the dwelling.
Like, they don't give a shit. Is there food in the house? Do the kids have a bed? Are they clothed? Nope. That is the bare necessities for CYS. If you don't have
Water and
running
heat.
water or a heat source, then your kids get taken.
Which is a creek or a stream in one heated room.
So, if you call in a complaint on, I see a child in just a fucking diaper outside, completely butt-ass naked, filthy as fuck, and you call CYS and they go in and that kid has a stream next door and there's a little heater in the house, that kid's staying in that house. And I fucking hate the system.
Like a CYS
So-
worker showed us this.
The rent. This is so funny. The rental that we had up in Punxsutawney, Frank's house,
oh yeah.
Oh,
the house next
that's
to
what I
us,
was texting you about.
Oh.
the house next to us, they had 17 kids.
Yeah.
all the dogs.
Yeah, and all the
pets,
dogs that would
whatever.
try to crawl underneath the
Yeah,
wire. Yeah, yeah.
so-
And the little kids that would just wander out
Yeah.
naked.
So at the time they had
February.
yeah,
two-
yeah.
In a diaper.
I remember this.
two young boys.
Yeah, I remember this shit all the time.
One of them was old enough to he'd be able to dress himself, whatever. The other one was still a toddling, youngster. Diaper. February, 31 degrees. And they're outside playing. And I'm like, he's pink. He should not be outside.
Yeah.
And that's allowed as long as they had a source of water and heat. That's allowed. That's fine. Unless, obviously if the child's neglected or anything like that. But, if they're doing a house check for these kids, that's the bare minimum they have to reach to be able to have children in their home.
But they don't have to have a bed.
Why
they
the
don't have
fuck
to have
aren't
clean
the standards
clothes.
higher
They
for
don't
that?
have to have
Yeah.
food.
Why is that I get it. If someone lives like us and we don't have, running water in that way, sure. Yes, we still have water. We still have access to water. Things like
You
that.
can still get a shower. You can still use the bathroom.
Right.
You can still
but
whatever.
no, as long as there's a fucking stream near their house, that's okay enough. As long as there is a tiny heater in a fucking 14-bedroom house, there's a source of heat, so that's fine. I think the standards should be way fucking higher for that sort of shit, especially because I've seen the kids that come from these scenarios, and it is... I could fist fight a motherfucker over this shit. I hate it so much. I watched a little girl cry because we showed her to her room and she started to cry and she's like, I've never had one before. And we're like, oh, your own room? And she goes, no, a bed. No child should have to be fucking excited that they get a bed. What the fuck? And you're worried about a baby that's not born yet. What are you doing to help the babies that exist already?
Yep.
That is always my first argument with that is you care so much about that unborn child. How much do you care about the ones that are living?
Yeah.
The ones
Exactly,
that are out there.
Right.
The ones that are born to crack addicted mothers who are left in a snowbank on the side of the road like my cousin was.
I mean, hey, if you want to stand on that hill, go out and adopt that kid. You know what I mean? You think so strongly on it, adopt that kid.
Yep.
That's what
You
I
want
mean.
to change it? You want to keep them from a life that is unfathomable? Adopt that kid.
Yep.
And let
But
me
they're
tell
not
you,
going to.
one of my biggest, I get so pissed about this, my aunt, who is great because she did adopt these kids. I hate her for other reasons, but she adopted these kids. She is against abortion. And her outlook on it is, well, if this cousin's mom aborted them, we wouldn't have them. And I'm like, yes, that is true. But what about the 6 kids that you didn't adopt? What about those kids that came into our home and then were taken back and put in worse scenarios?
Yeah.
What about those kids? They wouldn't be living in hell right now.
Right.
What about the thousands of millions of other kids that didn't even come across our home?
Right.
That just only know misery and only know sorrow. They didn't get to cry over having their first bed and a warm meal. They're still stuck in that. What about all those kids?
Yeah.
But her argument is always just like, oh, well, we wouldn't have this cousin. Well, we fucking would, because the one's mom was a fucking prostitute, popped at the kid and left him in a snowbank and kept going.
Yeah.
That was her fix to it. So, like...
Yeah, it
like
wasn't like
the-
she was searching for an abortion.
That's what I mean.
She was using it as a dumping ground.
That's what I mean. And the only reason he is alive is because a cop happened to go down that road and found him in the snowbank. That was her way of fixing this. It wasn't that she went and got an abortion at 3 months, at 4 months, at fucking 9 months pregnant. No, she gave birth to a baby and abandoned him on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Hey, at least God will forgive her. That's always the argument I hear. At least she didn't go against God's plan and kill a child.
I hope fucking God forgives her for being a goddamn stripper, too. You can cut that out.
Nothing wrong with strippers.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with strippers. I'm just saying I fucking hate that she preaches Christianity all day long like she's the fucking,
That's what I was
she
about
is
to say.
Mother Teresa.
I'm like a really bad person to talk about religion with, because I just like...
The most
don't
Christian-like
give a
people
fuck.
I've ever met are people that are no longer Christians.
Right.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah.
Her husband's a pastor. They are God's gift to humanity. She was a goddamn go-go dancer, and her husband was the coke-doing bouncer. Like, and you want to preach to me that I'm going to hell because I kissed a girl on the lips. Get fucking bent.
Noah, next topic.
I'm out of.
Shit's getting rough.
I'm done with.
What was your scenario?
dilemmas?
Oh, okay.
It is now up to you guys.
Okay, so I have... Do we want to give the total of people we've killed?
We didn't really kill a lot.
We
We
killed
didn't-
some.
We didn't
killed
kill a
a
lot. We
handful.
killed some. I didn't include, like,
The
the people
12.
on the boat because
Yeah.
6 people would die no matter what we chose. That sort of thing. I didn't do anything
I
like
still
that.
feel like we should have counted those ones a little bit.
No,
Well, we-
because it's a scenario that it's
Because
like...
we're choosing who dies in that scenario. And it's just like the trolley thing is
All right,
like
just
we're
No, but the
pulling.
trolley. But here's the thing: the trolley thing is you're either killing 1 or 5. With the boat thing, we're all killing. There's no choice in how many we kill. It's just the choice of
Who
who's
we
dying.
kill.
So I
Yeah.
only did the ones where like the numbers would differ for us all.
I mean, at first I chose just myself, so I was killing double the amount of
You were
people.
killing 11.
11.
But you changed.
So
Yeah, I changed because I thought they could help me.
So-
If none of them could help me, I'd kill them all.
I
FYI.
understand that.
so Tyler, you killed 6.
Okay.
Cody, you killed 6. Krista, you killed 7. Noah killed 7, and I killed 6.
Damn,
The
I
thing
thought
that-
I killed more.
We
No,
didn't
the
include
thing-
like
the
the
thing that's-
coworker. She didn't
Yeah, because that's not like a
include,
murder thing.
The dog thing.
The thing
It's-
that separated us in the 6 and 7 was the doctor killing the patient.
yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Okay, so now my scenario I got is okay. Someone murders one of your family members. We're gonna go with it's your
Ooh.
favorite
Head for a
family
head.
member. We're gonna go. It's your favorite family member, your most loved family
Okay.
member, whatever. You are now in a room with the person you know 100% for facts. Say there's fucking photo evidence that this person killed your family member.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I was just going to ask a question about that.
Do you kill the person? Let's say you're in a room, you have a gun, they have nothing, you have them cornered. Do you kill the person for revenge?
Was it an accidental death
no,
or was it a
straight
murder?
up murder?
Oh, head for
Kill
head.
him.
Yeah.
Out.
Yep,
Wait, you said
dead.
I had a gun?
Yeah. Let's say you have
Do
a
I have
gun.
a choice
or-
to throw the gun out of the room so they can't
I mean, you
accidentally
can. I was
get
gonna
it?
say you can choose to just absolutely pummel this person. We'll say no matter what, you are going to win in this scenario. It's just the do you murder the person who murdered your family member?
Yeah,
I mean,
head
I'm gonna
for
be
head.
real.
I'm
with
making
ya.
it hurt. I'm making it slow.
Krista and I have talked about this before. No, you'll have to cut this out. It kind of turns her on a little bit whenever I talk about it. But, like, the stuff I would do to somebody who hurt Krista, like, not even kill her. I'm like, if somebody sexually assaulted Krista,
Oh, dude,
Anything like
I am,
that?
dude, torment, like absolute
Dude,
fucking torture, bro. Like,
we were talking about something like this was like a year ago, but it was like some scenario came up. Oh, it was like even if it was like another woman, and like if Krista thought she could handle herself, she's like, I'd be able to handle myself, and I was like, you wouldn't have time. Like you wouldn't have time.
Yeah.
As one of my friends says, I'd hit that bitch with a 3-piece so hard that she wouldn't be able to come back out of it. Like, I would fucking pummel that bitch. I am not good with anybody disrespecting people, especially like that. Now, if it came to where Krista was, like, drunk talking shit, I'd be like, fight your own battles. I'd be like, I'll be here to...
got this on yourself.
I'll be like, I'm here to make it not go that far. Like,
Right.
if it was that scenario of that fucking viral video that went out where that girl was like fighting people and then that other bitch came over with a shovel and hit her across the head, I would break that shovel.
I know
like,
exactly what you're
over her
talking about
neck.
too, which is funny.
Like, I would break that shovel over that person's face. There's no fucking way. But like, I don't know.
Yeah, no,
I believe,
I'm with you.
yeah, I just know that Krista, as the person she is like not like a fighter. Like, not that she's not a... She's just not a fighter in general. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm a protector. I'm not a fighter.
Yeah, but I mean,
Like
not even
I'll
that.
step in front of somebody, but I don't know how to fight.
Oh, okay.
So like,
yeah.
So
No, you're good. Go ahead. You
So,
can continue. I'm
perfect-
trying to look
Yeah.
for a word.
perfect example. So we were at a show one time. I don't know if it was with you or if it was with somebody else. And there were these two tiny girls beside me or in front of me or whatever. And they were like having the time of their lives. But then a mosh pit started. And I could tell that they did not want any part of that, but they still wanted to enjoy the show. So I just weaseled my way and I stood in front of them because I know how to handle you just put your arm
Oh,
up
yeah,
and you're
100%,
fine.
yeah.
Like, it's whatever. But I knew that they didn't want to deal with it.
That was with me because I
Was it with
remember.
you?
Yeah, because I did the same thing, but I went like this, and somebody went over top my hand and just went, and I was like, because I think that was the first time I was messing around. Like, I don't 2-step or anything, but
Yeah.
I think I cartwheeled into.
I think you did.
Yeah, I
You,
think I cartwheeled into some people.
You
and
were into it. But
Yeah.
it's things like that. Like, I'll step in front of something or I'll be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. But I will not, like... I mean, I could if I needed to. But
Yeah.
I don't know how to fight.
see, like I
so
did the
I don't know
same
if I would
thing
win.
when I went to the concert with my best friend, Real Friends, and we were down there. We brought her friend Lily. So she is not about that scene whatsoever. And when a mosh pit started, she looked like she wanted to cry. She was so scared. So I did the same thing. I went and I stood in front of her with my arm up. And if people started to get too close, I'd push them back, you know?
Yep.
Just, that's what we did. And then, it's so funny. I turned around and she's like, I'm like, you're good. They're not getting through me. You're okay. But she looked so fucking scared. She's just like,
See, this is the only part of that I will say is like Real Friends that take no offense to this. There's no business with a mosh pit being started at a fucking...
I thought the same
Yeah.
fucking thing because I was like, we're good to bring Lily because she might not like how loud the music is, but it should be safe for her. Nothing, nothing scary for
Yeah.
her. And then that happened and I'm like,
Yeah. And that's like, Krista, like, next month when we go to see Throne, I'm like, I'm going to sit there, I'm going to be like, if I see anybody here, I don't care how small they are, whatever, I'm a firm believer that it's like, if you're coming to this type of music, like Throne and Spite and Body Snatcher and like, really heavy bands, it's like, you know what you're getting yourself into. I'm not protecting you. I'll help you up if you get knocked down, but I'm not protecting you. There's no way. I'm already going to be protecting me because
Right.
these shows get fucking nuts. And I have seen like girls just be like, I want to get up here. Like, I went to go see a band one time, and I forget who the 2 opening bands were, but it was 2 heavy-ass bands, and then Sleeping with Sirens. And these little girls got up in front, and they, like, got behind us and in front of us. And it was me. It was, like, me and 4 of our friends. And they started, like, the guys came up, and they're just, like, they were not at all like Sleeping with Sirens, so they were just like, what the fuck's up, like, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, I forget what they said, but it was like something where along the lines of like,
not their girl crazy
fuck
stuff.
you, fuck your neighbors, like, fuck everyone up. And
Yeah.
we just like, I was like, I'm so sorry to everyone. And we just saw like all these people come to the center, and then you just saw a panic of all these like little people just running out, and then there's just people full-fledged just nailing each other, and I'm just like, dude, you cannot expect something like that. Like,
Right.
It's like,
One of the best things, I think, of the, you go to these shows, you gotta be prepared for that shit. I don't remember who the fuck I was seeing, but I had just left the pit and was standing on the edge, and this dude whipped around. He fucking clocked me. Instant nosebleed. And I hold my nose. He turns around, and as soon as he sees it was a girl, his face drops, and he's like, oh my God, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. He's like freaking the fuck out. And I'm like, dude, you're good. I was too close. I get it. Like, you're good. I know you didn't hit me on purpose. Like, we're good. I'm trying to calm this dude down who's very drunk. But I'm like, you're good. Everything's fine. I'm okay. I'm good. I then move all the way across the fucking room, and I'm talking to my friends. And I get smacked in the fucking head with a beer bottle. A glass beer bottle. And I turn around, and I'm like, what the fuck? The same dude is standing in the pit looking at me, bawling. And I was like, that is too fucking funny for me to be mad at. Like,
see, like, and that's what I think of.
like,
I think
it was
of like,
just so good. He just
I think of like our local shows. Whenever, do you remember Randy?
Like
Lisbon?
creepy Randy?
Lisbon?
Creepy Randy.
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah, like really
Little,
skinny.
spindly.
Yeah, creepy
Yeah.
Randy.
He's
Yeah.
not called creepy because he is creepy. He's into
he,
creepy
he
stuff.
likes creepy things. He
Yes.
likes creepy
Yes.
houses.
Yeah,
he
yeah, yeah.
carries
I like
like
to say, we're not saying that
he
as an
carries
insult.
skeleton keys on his keyring.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay,
creepy Randy.
We're talking about the same person. Eats raw meat.
Yeah, creepy
yeah,
Randy.
Okay. So
Yeah,
We
we know
were-
the same person.
we used to. There used to be a place in Johnstown, and it was a skate park that they turned into a venue. But the skate park was still there, so people would skate while shows are being played. I remember we were there, and they started bringing out like metal trash cans, like all kinds of stuff, and they would just beat the fuck out of each other with it. We get back, everything's good. Later on, we're playing a show at the Foxhole in Reynoldsville, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I'm excited. We just dropped this new EP. It's heavy. People fucking love it. Like, we're, and I'm like, we got these guys with us, everything. And Dixon is looking at me and just goes, okay, but like, we're not going to like destroy anything tonight, are we? And I went, nah, man, it'll be fine. And like, as I'm saying that, he just goes, and I turn around, and it's just Randy and 2 other people coming in with trash cans and a stack of aluminum paint trays this big. And they just, like, come back, and, like, I think Duke's was opening up, and they just hit a note, and all of a sudden you just see them go with the paint trays and throw them up, and people just scramble, grab paint trays. We broke so much shit. So much. And I was just like...
Did Dukes hit someone over the head with a trash can that show?
Me! Me!
I was there then because that was the first time I ever saw Dukes, and I think I showed up later because I don't think I was there for when they brought all that shit in. I was standing in the back bullshitting with my friends, and the song starts, and Dukes comes running across with a metal fucking trash can, domes someone, and then everyone starts fucking fighting, and I was like,
Yeah.
what the
I'm
fuck?
pretty sure he domed me. He either
That
domed
makes
me with
sense
that,
so much better.
Because during my set, I'm like sitting there. I turned around and I'm just like, I just like started doing 2 lines, and I just like got through it, and then put my hand down. I turn around and I just see the butt end of a trash can about this far from my face, and I'm like just smack dead on, and I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And I just like kept going, and then the breakdown hit, and then it got to the point where instead of hitting people with trash cans, they just started chucking them, indiscriminately just beating the fuck out of people. And I'm just like, I fucking love this place so much, but I hate it with a passion. Like,
Yeah,
R.I.P. the Foxhole, the best fucking venue ever.
I was there for that then, because that was the first time I ever saw Duke's, and I'm like, this motherfucker just hit that motherfucker with a trash can. And I'd been to the Foxhole before that, and there was never metal trash cans being hit, you know? There was people who would, mosh and shit, but there was never trash cans. And that was the first time I'm like, did this motherfucker bring a trash can in here with him? I was like, there was no metal trash can.
That's when all the Johnstown guys started getting involved. Like, there's people who were not related to bands at all.
Right.
And they just came in, they're like, yo, we're just friends with people here. And they would just start, like, that was the same night that fucking, what's his name? They always call him Rainbow Bright. Well, the guy called him Rainbow Bright before he threatened to fucking beat him up. Wheeler.
Tyler Wheeler.
Tyler Wheeler. Yep.
Yeah. He was there, and he was wearing a rainbow scarf. Bad choice for in the middle of Reynoldsville.
Yeah, right.
Show. And he was just like, he's like, man, I'm not even doing anything to you. He's like, fuck you. Like, I was like, dude, I'm going to have to, like, stop this dude from fighting. And, like, I, like, grabbed Tyler, pulled him back, and then the guy stepped forward, and then the guy's friend stepped in and was like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, get the fuck back inside. He's like, I'll call your PO right now. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Right.
I was like, and this guy's blasted drunk. Definitely not supposed to be drinking or anything.
Right.
And I'm like, it's just, like, that shit, I don't know. Like I said, if you know what you're signing up for, I'm not about stepping in on that. I'm not going to get hurt because you're an idiot. But...
See, I think, like, my issue with stuff like that is like, I don't show it often because it takes a little bit, but I have really, really severe, like, anger issues.
Yeah.
Like, to the point to where, like one time we were driving to, where were we going to with your parents? I think it was...
When you were about to murder the person?
Yeah.
That was in New Jersey. We were just going to get breakfast. Us in our car, my parents in there.
So there was a guy. There was a guy. Like it was 2 people actually.
He was in like a fancy sports car.
In his fancy sports car, and they are splitting people like left and right, cutting back and
like
forth,
weaving through traffic.
Dude, like going like
they were
200 miles an hour. Yeah, they were racing the whole way up through the intersection on 6 lanes of traffic that is completely packed. Like we're almost to a dead stop, and these people are just weaving in and out of stuff. The one guy gets up beside Holly's dad, and he can't move because there's literally everybody has him blocked in. And Holly's dad's like, "You motherfucker!"
No,
like,
he swerved towards my dad to try and get my dad to move to the shoulder so he could continue. And my dad didn't budge. And so what my dad yelled at him was, you almost killed me. You almost killed my fucking family. And now I'm gonna fucking kill you.
So that guy then like pulls out and he's looking like he's getting ready to like get out of his car. I then position my car and I floor it. Because I'm going to run over this motherfucker. Like, because I'm hearing it, I'm watching this do it, and I'm like, I'm just going to kill him.
I was on the phone with my parents because we were talking about calling 911 about them.
Yeah, so I just said, fuck it. I whip my car, put it in gear, and I just fucking floor it. And I am gunning for this guy, probably going 70 miles an hour. He then sees me heading straight for him in his car. He then gets in his car and then maneuvers out and starts taking off. I then see another motherfucker who he's racing with is coming up the berm at like Mach 10. And I said, you know what, motherfucker? I'm gonna kill you. So I whip my car off, and I'm going 70, and I put my car in the berm, and I whip it in park. The motherfucker then takes his car down over the fucking embankment, and then has to, like, literally almost fucking dies, and then whips his way back up onto the street. And it's all because, like, I can't stand shit like that.
Yeah.
And
like show-offy shit.
It was
It's
so
annoying.
But,
great
like-
from my perspective, though, because I'm on the phone with my mom. My brother is in my parents' car calling 911. These motherfuckers are also stupid and have custom license plate. One is runner 1 and the other one's runner 2. So,
Like-
not hard to memorize, dipshits. So my brother's calling the police to say, like, hey, these are the cars. You know, they almost hit us, all that. I'm on the phone with my mom, and I look over, and Tyler just sees something shift, and he just, both hands on the wheel, grips it tight, and is, like, looking down, and I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, I'm gonna hit him. I was like, oh my god.
And I did, and I gunned it, dude. And if you, like, and I was like, I'm coming for you, motherfucker. And it's all because, like, I think what it is it triggers me so bad if somebody is, like, threatening my family in like a scenario like that, to where I'm like, you're dead. And it's like a switch that I can't shut off.
Oh my god, it was something like that in when we were in Ocean City, Maryland.
Yeah, the same
His dad
thing.
rode his motorcycle, we drove our car, and leaving, there's like bumper to bumper traffic. We're waiting to get over this fucking bridge. Jeff's in front of us, and these assholes are trying to cut around on the shoulder.
And
so,
some are like lane splitting and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
and Tyler's biggest worry, which understandably was they're not going to see Jeff and clip him.
because he's on a motorcycle on
Yeah,
the berm.
yeah.
Because he's trying not to get hit. Because he's afraid that somebody's going to rear end me and then push me into him, and he's going to get pinned between two cars.
Yeah.
So,
So
he's
he's
on a
always
motorcycle.
further
He
to
said,
the right.
I'm just going to get on
Yeah.
the berm and stay there.
And so these cars are doing that. And so Tyler would whip his car diagonal to Jeff. And then he kept laying on the fucking horn, too. So great.
Dude, because you would see a motherfucker riding the berm, like, literally going, like, 70 miles an hour. And I'd be like, Holly, hold on. And I'd fucking just whip my car literally into their car, like, an inch from their car. Because my dad's right fucking here. I would just fucking whip my car into theirs. And I'd just fucking lay on the horn and put it in park. And, like, and those people would fucking just dive down over the bank. And they're like, what? You know, they're freaking out. I'm like, fuck you, motherfucker. You get out of your car. I'm running you over right now. Like, right fucking now. And, like, I get, like...
See,
I get
and
fired up
Tyler's-
really, really
Tyler's
bad.
not like he's not like a road ragey person, unlike me. I am very much a road ragey person. I will scream and yell at fucking everybody. I very much have road rage. Tyler is not that person, so him doing that makes me feel
like-
better about yelling at people.
Yeah, like, I'm more of, like, I will kill you
Yeah.
person. Like, it goes from 0 to 100 real fucking fast.
Krista, do you have a moral dilemma from earlier or no? Okay.
She had a separate topic altogether.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It had to do with the euthanasia thing, but not really. Separate question.
Well, now we gotta hear it.
What would you want to happen if you were in that situation, and what would your, like, wishes be?
Like if we want to be euthanized, or
Yeah. Like if you're on your deathbed and there's, like, nothing left to be done about it. And then what do you want to happen afterwards?
When you say what would you want, would you mean like how would we want to be euthanized?
Yes, and then like
And then what
like
we
funeral,
want our wishes
like
to be.
yeah, yeah.
I feel like just like a little shot of a drug that's just gonna stop my heart would be the easiest thing.
Mm-hmm.
In that scenario, just fucking put something in my IV and I go to bed. Like
Yep.
something like that, I feel like would be just like the easiest.
Like an overdose
Same.
on morphine.
Yeah.
Like you know,
Yeah.
whatever the shot they have to give me that is just like you're now dead.
Night,
Like
night.
just whatever you put in that little vial, give that to me. That's
It's
easiest route out.
Yeah.
I was thinking this as a joke, but now I'm thinking that would be a kind of nice way to go out. Someone,
Smothered by the hottest nurse's ass.
no,
Oh, fuck. Well, that changes my fucking answer.
Futurama, Death by Snooki,
Snoo.
Snoo, that's what it is.
Death by snooze.
But
Yeah.
make my girlfriend do it. So they would like drug me up real quick. My girlfriend would come in. I would maybe get some top, and then when I ejaculate, I'm dead.
Right as you come.
Shooting
It's like your life just leaves you as it's coming
You
out.
know, like how dead people can like twitch as they're dying.
Yeah.
He's gonna be completely still, but his dick's gonna be twitching as he dies.
rigor mortis, is that it?
Yeah, rigor
Yeah.
mortis sets in, and he's just. I
Die with no cum left in you.
I mean, I definitely agree that euthanasia should definitely be a thing, because like I feel like if it's your own personal choice as well, like if I'm awake, you know what I mean? If I'm awake, conscious, I know I'm not
Coherent.
getting any better.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it anymore. That should definitely be an option for people. The way that I would want to go out, this is gonna sound horrible. I would want to drown.
They do say that's
Nope,
one of the
that's my
most
greatest
peaceful
fear.
ways.
No.
Okay, but listen, but from experience, I have drowned before. Okay, it was 5th grade. My friends took me to a water park. Everybody was jumping in the deep end. I didn't know how to swim then, and I jumped in, and I sunk straight to the bottom.
Yeah.
And I just remember going, I don't know how to swim. I can't fix this. I jump up. I can't reach the top. It's like, wow, this really sucks. And then,
The consequences of my own
yeah,
actions.
exactly. And I'm like, okay, so I'm going to die, you know? And weirdly enough, it was the most peaceful thing I've ever been through in my entire life, because I remember like looking up through the water and the sun hitting it, and like it made like all these like really cool like colors, and like I could feel like the warmth of the sun on my face, and it was like an extremely peaceful moment. And I just remember going, wow, nobody's gonna save me. Nobody has caught me yet. Nobody knows I'm down here. And I just went, and I felt the rush of water come in, and that was it. And I remember nothing until I woke up in an ambulance.
Wow.
And it was the most peaceful thing I've ever felt in my life. And to this day, I have never felt that moment of serenity.
Yeah.
I wasn't scared. I wasn't panicking. It didn't hurt. It was honestly a surreal moment.
Yeah, people who
That's crazy.
who almost drown and are saved, they say it's like peaceful as ever.
And the same thing happened to my dad. My dad, they were on a boat one time. My dad can't swim, still to this day. I know how to swim now.
It's a Kuntz's thing. They sink like a rock.
I know how to swim though now. It's fine. But my dad one time, a friend kicked him off the side of a boat, and he sunk to the bottom of a lake. And like he said like a river, whatever. But like said exactly the same thing. He's like, he just remembers like having this super serene moment, and like he had like an out of body like godly experience where he said that like. He said that basically like his like the whole like life flashes before your eyes thing like happened to him. He like had a dream about like him being a kid and growing up and all this other stuff. And he said then he went into this pure white room where this like silhouetted figure approached him, and he said, "Do you want to come with me or do you want to stay here?" And my dad said, I feel great where I'm at. And he said, I don't think that he's like, I think I have more life to live. And he said the next moment he woke up and he was on the side of the river. He somehow washed up on the side of the river, and, you know, that was it.
Wow.
And again, he never explained it as being scary or...
So you just want him to hook an IV bag up to your oxygen tube.
No, I would literally want them to take me to like a pool or a lake or a
Bricks
pond
on the feet and throw you in.
and just sink me. I know that seems weird and scary, but it's really not.
Okay.
I would like to do. I just want to go sleep. Be nice and peaceful.
Just get some memes.
Yep.
I
And,
already told you me, my guy. I already said my opinion.
Oh, I thought you were not serious about that.
I thought about it. And I was like, that does kind of sound like a nice way to go.
That was pretty fucking good.
Noah does want death by snoo snoo.
For me, I'm gonna do probably the old like
Old
shaman.
Yeller?
No, like shaman Eskimo way.
Strip you down and make you walk.
Just give me about. Let me think. 7. So to be safe, give me probably about 15 grams of psychoactive mushrooms. Let me eat them. Let them take effect. I'm gonna strip down to like underwear. Actually, fuck it, I'm going out. Just go butt naked, and then I just want to be like out in like the frigid fucking cold, and just start walking in a straight line. Wherever I go to sleep is where I go to sleep. There's a huge thing with like Eskimo tribes whenever they get older and they're like at the end of their life. Not so much anymore, I don't think. But like they used to do that as like a passing ceremony. They would get together, they'd like have the family and stuff, and then at the end of the night they would like take their clothes off and then they would say goodbye and then they would just walk. They didn't use psychoactive drugs, but I would, just because that would be fucking killer.
Imagine the last thing you see of your grandpa is his ass cheeks and
No,
dick
I
swinging
think-
in the breeze.
Yeah, I
as
don't
he
think-
walks off.
I think they do that outside. I think they strip down outside of like the tent
I
or
gotcha.
igloo or whatever they would have. And then, because I remember hearing about people going out and like neatly folding the clothes and then bringing them in, and they would either burn them or do something. I don't remember what it was, but that's how I would want to, because they always talk about it and they're like, you think about it, you're really cold for a very short amount of time, especially in that cold of temperature.
Right.
And then you're just flooded with warmth because your body goes into like shock.
Yeah.
But you just keep walking and then eventually you just drift off and you pass out and then you just fall over and then you freeze to death and then you're done.
And then you're covered in the snow.
Yeah.
Yep.
I always say that like if they melted, I'd be curious to see if like everything up north just melted in one go.
Right.
How many bodies would be strewn out across everywhere?
Could you imagine it if your grandpa only made it like 10 feet? And you go out in the morning to like light the fire or go and get your like your sled dogs ready and you just trip over him. And you're
Well,
like,
I think
fuck!
I think that's another thing too. They have like
A hut farther out.
people. Well, they have people who like go out and will. That's why I always say that they'll just drop in place. But I believe what it is supposed to be your connection.
Yeah.
And then I think they go retrieve the body. But
I'm sure.
I always make the joke of like those people that were never found. They're just like, yeah, we're not sure which way Grandpa walked, but
Yeah.
he ain't around here anymore. So, no, I always thought about that. And then you said afterwards, right?
Yeah.
I would literally just want either put in one of those trees and you can plant me and I'd be a tree, or just fucking burn me and throw me in the fucking river. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, me and Tyler have talked about this quite
Viking
a few
funerals
times with both of our healths not being great at certain points. Mine is that I'm to be put into a tree. That's it. And then my sister is left to deal with everything. I think she'd be funny with it, and that's what I want. I want her to give out like, you know, something to remember her by, and like give my brother who's bald a hairbrush. You know, like she'd be funny with it, so I want her to do everything.
See, that's what I really like. Jordan's idea. He wants to
A roast?
Yeah, he wants to have like just his best friends go around, and he's
And
like, while you're
roast the
standing
shit out
over
of
my
him.
casket, he's like, I want you to roast me with everything. He's like, hard R everything. He's like, I don't care. He's like, let me have it. I'm like, dude, can you picture if Drew came in and just like said the hard R and you just shot up in your casket? I'm like, I know it. Like, that would immediately happen. But no, like, I always thought about him like a Viking type funeral thing, like burned at the pyre thing. That isn't really a thing you can do anymore.
Yeah, it is.
Not here.
You have to go to like specific sites.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
I'm sure
that's
somebody
just
does
too
it
much of a
somewhere.
pain in the ass for me.
See, my thing is I always want cremated, and then I wanted my ashes mixed with pen ink, and then I want them delivered to like all my favorite like authors,
Mm-hmm.
and then I want them to write a story using my body,
That'd be
so
cool
that
as
I can
shit.
like live throughout their pages. I think that'd be so cool.
Yeah.
And plus, could you imagine like Stephen King just gets this random vial of ink, and it's just like inside, holds X amount of cremations from this random guy that you've never met, and just be like, write a story with him.
Yeah,
I think the people I would send it to would just be like, fuck yeah, this is cool as shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is true.
I said, I always tell Ty, like, you have to put this in a fucking will and make sure that, like, I'm the one to carry it out because I know for damn sure if his mom's in charge, that bitch is getting a whole funeral in a church and buried in a cemetery, and I'm probably going to get some sort of charges against me for sending human remains to a bunch of random people I've never talked to, but
I just think that would just be. So
I said,
cool.
if that's
it
what he
would be
wants
cool.
to do, happy 9/11. If that's what he wants to do, I'll do it. I don't care.
I'm going home.
So I also want to be a tree, but for this specific reason. So when I was a little kid, there was a giant, and I mean giant, the biggest apple tree I've ever seen in my whole life, in our field. So in this picture, there's an elk standing under it that they had released to see where he would go. He had one of those trackers on,
Oh,
and he
yeah.
ended up on the farm. Okay. It's really, really fuzzy, but you can see the elk standing under there. The tree
Oh, okay.
is that tall.
Yeah, that's crazy because then
That
it's like
it
fucking
is
8 feet
the
tall.
biggest apple tree I've ever seen in my whole life. And unfortunately, one year it got struck by lightning and split it the whole way down the side.
Oh, that's that tree.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So where my parents' house is now, the big window front, if you look straight out, it was in the middle of that field.
Okay.
And I want to be a big giant apple tree in the middle of that field.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
She just gets struck by lightning. I'd be like, God damn it.
Okay, so fun fact, right? In Salem, Massachusetts, there is a man who was struck by lightning. Okay.
Okay.
He was buried in the thing, and in his place, right, there was a tree that grew on top of his cemetery, or
Okay.
on top of his
Grave.
grave,
Site.
right, on top of his site, to the point to where it literally uprooted his tombstone. A piece of it broke off as an embedded inside the tree, and the other half fell off and crumbled. Right, it was a very old tombstone, right?
Yeah.
I shit you not. It was, I think they said it was 70 years after his death, to the day that tree got struck by lightning. So
That's
he was
crazy.
struck by lightning twice in his life, once while he was alive and once while he was dead. It is the craziest thing you can see, because his tombstone is literally like embedded in this tree, right?
Yeah.
And you can see they left the tree, and the tree, it just has this massive fucking, like, it's split open, like, like somebody like put a bomb in the middle of it, and it's just split wide open, and they're like, that man has been struck by lightning twice in his life.
God said, fuck you, and then said 70 years later, you know what? I'm still mad. Fuck you again.
This one really was a witch. So fucking bam.
God's like, I see you coming out of there. Wham!
You know, I just realized that lightning strike probably stopped an actual zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, right.
On 70 years later,
Right,
it was
yeah.
said that he was gonna come back to life,
Yep.
and they were just like, "Nah, bitch." Like just.
No, what was your answer for afterwards?
How I actually want to go out. We talked about this during one of our first times doing a CNC talks. I want to die by falling to my death. I want to skydive and just
No
fucking
parachute.
No
Splat.
parachute.
Oh yeah.
What
Either-
if you can't
either in the
be
water-
guaranteed to die immediately?
Oh, I'm going.
You're
to,
dying
I'm
immediately.
dying
Oh, I'm
immediately.
gonna die immediately.
Noah's
He's gonna
going
have a
head
gun to his head
first.
just in case.
Yeah, he's like, oh, gotta flip over. Oh, I'm
Yep.
ready.
So if I'm like not by water, I'm going head first. If I'm by water,
Go
no
head
matter
first,
what,
water.
it's
You
gonna
will still
Yeah,
die.
I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
say
die no
most-
matter what.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say most of the times you hit water from a
Water-
certain height, it's like fucking concrete.
Yeah, water is concrete.
If
you
it's
hit it high
water, let me be a fucking Titanic
Oh.
sea dweller,
enough. Oh.
or the newest quote.
We'll
unquote
stand on the
Titanic.
beach and sing "My Heart
One.
Will Go On."
Yeah.
If I hit land,
We'll give you a Logitech controller. You can go.
if it hits me by land, I would probably tell someone that I'm here. And they'll either find me alive and I'm like, fucking kill me, they shoot me, whatever. And just leave me there. Like, bury me or just put me in a weird fucking pose like this, like a middle finger up or just something.
Drag
Dude,
a
you
tarp
die
over
and
him.
your arm's just like... No. You just die with the
As he's
holly flip
falling.
off.
Because if I'm going to be in excruciating pain.
NBA.
I'm going.
High rise.
I'm gonna die. Let me do it myself. Don't have to use any more medicine. You don't have to use any more techniques. Blah blah blah. Who cares? I'm going to die. There's nothing that you can fix me. Let me go into a fucking plane or helicopter, and I'm jumping out of it.
I know you don't like do any type of drugs or anything, but I'm telling you, the psychedelics would be fucking wild on
You know what?
that.
Fuck it. If you're gonna die, be the fucking pilot of that plane.
Dude, you
Take that plane down with you, straight to the
to New York.
towers.
Yeah. Okay, cut that out. Just at least bleep that part. So I was gonna say, just straight up, psychedelics. You think about that, you'd be standing in the plane, fucking pop those mushrooms, and then you start feel it kicking in. You're just like, all right.
I feel like you gotta jump at the peak though.
But well, the thing is like if you take fucking 15 grams of mushrooms, listen, the tiniest bit of mushrooms is gonna make you see God. Made me talk to him, like just a tiny bit, and it's just like if you take like a full fucking mushroom and just pop it in your mouth and you eat it and swallow it, as soon as you start feeling it, I feel like you're gonna literally step off that plane and the whole fucking world will burst into a kaleidoscope. Like, you're just gonna see colors. You're not gonna know where the ground is. You're just gonna feel complete like you're flying. And then just done. How about this? We'll drop you into a minefield. Ooh. That way you hit the yeah, you hit the
just
ground
get
and
shot
be
straight
like,
back
did
up.
Noah die? Did now. It's good.
Noah confetti.
Yeah.
The only thing left is my middle finger.
I mean, to be fair, if we could drop you over somewhere where it would be like
It's 100%
ridiculous, I mean, if you hit something hard enough, you're gonna be fucking pink mist,
The Grand
Like-
Canyon.
dude.
There's just a family waiting to take a
All the
picture.
tourists are there.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this out loud just so that we can remember it for next time because I think it's a cool like topic, but we probably won't have time to put it in this one. But I think we should do one where it was like it reminds me because we watched the Ghostbusters. If we were to die, what item do we think we would inhabit?
What?
Like with that girl, she had the match.
What item
Oh,
are we
oh, matches?
possessing?
Or
Yeah,
what
like,
do you
what-
mean?
I
Or like,
completely
okay, so, like-
forgot about the
like what-
Ghostbusters thing he said,
It's
and I was like,
obviously a vape for Holly.
"Hey,
You know, like what
Suck
what
on me
item
when I'm
do you
dead.
I
think-
knew it. You were gonna say something about that.
Yeah, like what item do you think that you would inhabit? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like whether it be like my watch. You know, would my and that lady said that like her husband's watch beeps every time she walks in the room or whatever bullshit. Like, would it be something like that or like like what item do you think that your body would inhabit if you were to die?
All right. We'll do it next time.
light up Skechers."
My blankie.
Oh god, it would be Krista's
Krista just
blankie.
fucking smothers
My
people.
It definitely would be her blankie, 100%.
She's just
this
trying to
fucking bitch cannot go to bed without her goddamn blankie.
She's just trying to hug
It's
you. and
scratchy.
she's like,
it's
it's
not
not.
soft.
It is
It's
too.
fucking no. It's like a wool sweater from the 1800s. It's not.
damn.
To be your blanket.
It was a throw that I got for $5.
I know, it was still yours.
Yeah.
It's better than my baby
I
blanket
used to
that I
blow
used
my
to...
nose with that thing when it was in the car.
All right. Anything else? Huh? Yeah. Holly?
See you, love you, miss you, bye.
Thank you all for listening to C&C Talks. If you like that episode and want to hear more, follow and subscribe to keep up to date. We have an Instagram and Facebook at Creatures and Cantrips, and Twitter at Creature Cantrip. If you want your message to be read on the next episode, leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Like, share, comment. It'll help us immensely. I hope you all have a wonderful day.